Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to the new week. You know, I'm sorry. That's like all I got. Welcome to CryptoCoinMindSet. Appreciate you being here. I'm Keith. And as always, I'm here to help you get your mindset on crypto. Oh, appreciate everybody being here today. If you're just joining in and you have not subscribed, make sure you do that. Click that bell icon. Subscribe, tick the bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time I go live and every time I put out a great video. Appreciate that very much. Trying to get this subscriber count up over 1,000. I'm close, but on another 150 or so. So I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. How's everybody doing today? Well, I think you're probably doing, unless you were involved in what happened at the end of last week, better than the banks are. We have major banks who are unable to get deposits where they needed to be, ACH deposits, because basically, I don't know, there was an issue with the Fed, whatever it was. The bottom line is it basically screwed people out of being able to access deposit money. In the meantime, though, Bitcoin just keeps like chugging along, doing its thing. Yeah, I do that. I feel like that little gopher in Caddyshack. Remember? Do 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 do. Okay, sorry. I apologize. That's probably more of a Crypto on the Rocks thing, right? Speaking of Crypto on the Rocks, make sure you join me for Crypto on the Rocks every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And you control the show. You control what we talk about. And you get to vote on what we dollar cost average into. And every week you get 2 votes for the rest of this year. So make sure that you are joining us every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time for Crypto on the Rocks. All right. Before we kind of get into things, let's at least take a quick look at the markets, because there is actually some decent market movement right now. Matter of fact, let me refresh this page. Excuse me. That way you get my allergies are killing me. I apologize. That way we can at least get the most accurate prices. Let's make this full screen for you so it's easier to see. Let's go down like we normally do. I mean, here we are. Bitcoin now over $35,000 at 35.2. And it's been up over that 35K mark for a little while. So like bonus, man, bonus. That's the way I look at it. So that's a good thing. And it seems to be kind of holding steady in that area. So I'll take it. Ethereum at 1913. Now, if you recall, I was like so happy when Ethereum was just holding around that $1,600 mark. But since these latest upticks in the price action in the crypto space and the inflows of money happening, guess what? Ethereum is doing that slow and steady climb, just like BTC. And you know what? Again, I have mixed emotions with regard to Ethereum. However, it is a layer 1 that needs to be respected and has first runner advantage in the space. We have so much stuff currently built on Ethereum. So, I mean, it only makes sense to have some Ethereum in your portfolio. And yeah, so considering that. All right, let's bring this back up full screen here. Look at XRP. XRP is on a tear, up 24.2% over the last 7 days, 12% in the last 24 hours. I'll tell you what, for those of you who have XRP in your portfolio, good for you. And you are probably sitting in profits if you were dollar cost averaging in when it was down, below 50 cents. You are in profit right now by a great margin. And you want to know what? I mean, Philip was out there, all about it. If you join me for Crypto on the Rocks on Friday, Philip is all about XRP and LCX. So yeah, good for you, brother. You got that right. I'll tell you what. Let's see what else we got. BNB. Look at this. BNB back up to over $250. I'll take that. I mean, let's put it this way. I currently, I used to hold some BNB, not much, but I used to hold a small bag of BNB. I don't anymore. And, it wasn't because of the price action going down. I just I can't access it beyond Binance US here in the United States. So like, it only made sense to me to, let it go and take that money and move it into something else. So, but I like BNB. It's the biggest exchange on the planet right now. So makes complete sense to hold some BNB, I guess. Solana, still doing pretty well, up 16.1% over the last week, down a little bit in the last 24 hours. But you want to know what? Again, I'm not a fan of Solana. I'm not, but there are a lot of people who are. They had a couple of those big announcements with AWS services and the Google Cloud services. So, they went up and they seem to be kind of holding in that range. So we'll see what happens, or if people are going to sell off and take some profits. I guess we'll find out, right? And now Cardano up 17.6% in the last 7 days, almost 4% in the last 24 hours. Again, huge fan of Cardano here. I think it's going to be one of the biggest blockchains on the planet when all is said and done. They're slow with their development, but they're meticulous with their development. And I believe that that slow and steady wins the race in this case. And versus, throw it out there, see what sticks, and then fix it later. We've seen that doesn't happen. Solana is a case for that. Where the thing has frozen how many times. Granted, they haven't had any blockchain issues in like the last 6 months or so, but still, I mean, you shouldn't have any, right? Cardano hasn't had any that I'm aware of. If you think I'm wrong, put it in the comments below. But even in the last interview that I saw with Charles, which I put in, I have for those who don't know, on my YouTube channel here, I have an entire playlist dedicated to Cardano. Most of it's about the dataless wallet, updating dataless, that kind of thing. Matter of fact, I even stopped doing that because there are just so many updates, I can't keep up with it. It's like, holy cow. But I added that latest interview with Charles into that playlist. So go ahead and check that out. You will appreciate that information. All right, so let's keep moving on here. Chainlink, doing pretty good, up over 11% in the last 7 days, almost 7% in the last 24 hours, over $12. Polygon, Matic, up almost 11% in 7 days, almost 4% in the last 24 hours, over 71 cents. That's moving along quite nicely. Litecoin, the irony is I meant to buy some Litecoin last week. I forgot. And here I go. I'll be buying it at a premium this week, more than likely. Up 6.2% in the last 7 days and just over 4% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin Cash down over the last 7 days and holding, otherwise pretty much steady. That's a down 2.5%, I guess. But again, BCH for what BCH is meant to be, spend it, use it. AVAX up 12% in the last 7 days, 5% in the last 24 hours. Love AVAX in the initial crypto portfolio. Head over to CryptoCoinMindSet.com and search up initial crypto portfolio, and you will see all about that. Stellar, one of the ones that we DCA into. As a matter of fact, that's one of the ones we're DCAing into this week. For those who don't know, on Friday nights, you get to vote on Crypto on the Rocks, which ones we DCA into. You get actually 2 choices for the rest of the year, so we can catch up a little bit. And I do the voting on Friday, and then I do the DCAs every Wednesday, trying to kind of split the week, hoping for the best price action between the 2 weekends, because usually we get more fluctuation and price action on the weekend. So trying to be as steady and even keeled as possible. Does it always work? Hell no. But again, part of being dollar cost averaging into cryptocurrency is doing a set amount on a set day and a set time frame. So that's what I do every Wednesday for the DCA from Crypto on the Rocks. So XLM, I mean, unless it drops back where it's up over 13 cents. So that's definitely going to increase my average buy-in price on XLM this week. All right. And Cardano, by the way, is the other one for this week. And yeah, another one I'm going to be getting at a premium here. Hopefully somebody takes some profit so I can get a decent buy-in price. Anyway, where were we? Let's see. Monero, I like Monero. Monero seems to be some people selling off, taking profits, whatever, with Monero here down 3.5% over the last 7 days. About even keeled, I guess, over the last day or so. Hedera, H-bar, another one on that you get to vote for on Crypto on the Rocks. Hey, up almost 9% in the last 7 days, 4% in the last 24 hours. I mean, I think H-bar has a humongous future coming forward. Quant, back up to about where I bought it last week. If you remember it, we were talking on Crypto on the Rocks how it had zipped back back below the $100 mark, and here we are, 103.48. Again, I still think goodbye for Quant. Goodbye. So overall, we're talking $1.388 trillion market cap in the space. The prices are looking good. Let's do a quick refresh, see where we are. Yeah, see, they're holding pretty steady in here. 35,215 on Bitcoin, 1911 on Ethereum. Yeah, we're holding good here in the market with regard to price action right now. So yeah, looking pretty good. Hey, it's JAR. Yes, H-bar is looking good, brother. It is looking good. It wasn't one of the ones we're going to DCA into this week. And if you guys were on Crypto on the Rocks last week, you know that Crypto Jar gave us a great appearance, came in, talk a little bit of crypto with us before he had to go take care of family things. And we appreciate having him here. Don't forget, for those of you who don't know, Crypto Jar, myself, and FF Financial Failure will be live tomorrow talking crypto on the Matrix Money podcast. Link to that is in the description of this live stream. So make sure you join us for that, 10 o'clock tomorrow Eastern. All right. Jar, appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you. Whoops. I don't know what I did. Still, you'd think after all the live streams I've done, I'd be all about like having control of these controls, but yeah, not so much. Not so much. Anyway. All right. So if you haven't already heard, let's bring up the tweet. I pretty much just put the tweets rather than going and finding the actual articles talking about it. But right here. So this is put out by Bitcoin News, and matter of fact, you know what? Let me make that full screen here so you can actually see what that says. So just in, customers at Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, and others reported issues on Friday morning. The problem related to an automated clearinghouse, ACH. So like, if you're sending money a lot, you got a couple of different ways to send it, and one of them is ACH. It's usually the quicker way to send money ish in the traditional finance system. The one that most people utilize, like paychecks, that kind of thing, especially if you're moving larger amounts of money. Basically, the automated clearinghouse, ACH network, has led to temporary delays in deposits. Basically, ACH, and I love it, is basically run by the Fed. And This was big news on Friday. And you know what? I've done entire live streams about the fragility of the TradFi banking system. Again, we've seen five. Sorry. We've seen 5 banks collapse so far this year. Was it at the end of last year? We saw the, what's the market? Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain cramp right now, but the market froze up and the Fed had to inject liquidity to make sure stuff didn't start collapsing again. Repo market, that's it, the repo market. I'm like, it was there, I just couldn't bring it up. So again, everything we see, well, what they allow us to see, let's put it that way, and everything we see, this banking system is just on the verge. It's on the precipice of collapse. This right here with this issue with ACH on Friday is just the latest in a litany of issues. Now, again, run by the Fed. And if you haven't, and I didn't bring it up, I probably should have, the Fed is sitting here because of their whole new Fed Now program. They're threatening to put a cease and desist and sue, Bitcoin Magazine or whatever it is, because they made up some shirt saying end the Fed or end Fed Now or whatever the hell it was. So basically, they're making fun of us, so we're going to sue you. Take care of your house, man. Get the shit that you supposedly got down pat working. I mean, instead of being crybabies about them calling you out on what it actually is. I'm sorry, Fed Now is a precursor to CBDCs. I don't give a shit what you say. It's basically a wholesale CBDC. So like, instead of crying and whining and all this other bullshit about it, take care of your house. And then when you do, you won't have issues with ACH transmissions, which are your purview. Get your shit together. The problem is, they can't get their shit together because everything's falling apart. They're sticking their finger in this hole, and then they're duct taping that hole, and then they're doing this, but it's still collapsing. It is still collapsing. It's just going in slow motion, and they're helping that to go in slow motion, and not for nothing that they're also keeping the means for that to themselves. I mean, let's be honest. But here you go. My point with today's live stream is you have this traditional finance system, okay, TradFi system that is sitting here literally falling apart at the seams, can't even accomplish its most basic functions. ACH. I should have Googled how long ACH has been around, but I'm going to go with a very freaking long time. And yet it's still freezing up and you can't get deposits where they need to be. But you're crying about somebody making fun of you about Fed Now. What the hell is wrong with you people? Sorry, needed some more coffee. Anyway, I don't want to get too far down that road, because here's the thing. We know that there is a better way. We know there's a better way. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is that better way. Now, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy on the interwebs. But here's that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin now versus the Fed and the banks. We already looked at what they can do, which is fall apart and not complete even the most basic of transactions. Let's not even get to the point that, like, the Fed has never even been audited, but that's a whole nother issue right there. Let's get to the next screen, and we're just going to keep, I'm going to show you. We're going to break this down. All right. Now, I thought this was pretty revealing. I actually, excuse me, if you're not following me, actually, let me bring that like that for you so you can see it a little bit better. If you're not following me on Twitter, CryptoCoinMind on Twitter, go ahead, follow me. I'm on there quite often. But I retweeted this Financial Times article from November 10th of 2015. Bitcoin's place in the long history of pyramid schemes. Does my face say it all? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that article did not age well. We are 8 years later, and Bitcoin is accepted by governments as legal tender. Bitcoin is accepted in states as legal tender. Companies hold Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Bitcoin is, there are futures ETFs and spot ETFs on the way for Bitcoin trading. But that's okay. Pyramid scheme. That's all I got to say. So this is where the traditional finance system, the legacy media, the governments are, or their mindset was with regard to Bitcoin. And honestly, did they take it seriously back in 2015? Hell no. The market cap of Bitcoin didn't even hit $1 trillion until I think it was 2018 or 2017. And still to this point is just barely over $1 trillion. We just looked, it was like 1.388 trillion. That's barely over $1 trillion. So when this article came out in the Financial Times, guess what? Nobody really gave two shits about Bitcoin. It was speculative at best, right? So let's fast forward a little bit here. Fast forward. To this. New record on the Bitcoin hash rate. Look at this. Let's get it, try and get it all on the screen here. Look at this thing. Crazy. You know what? Let me make that full screen so it's easier for you to see. There we go. And look at it. From like nothing for the longest time. I mean, barely even registering for the longest time. And then here you go, 2017, we see a little uptick, 2018, then we come into the next cycle, boom, and then look, it has been just up from there. And now here we are in 2023, and look at, bam. And yeah, there have been pullbacks and so on and so forth, and whatever. But like, here we are with the Bitcoin hash rate hitting new all-time highs, record highs. And I don't know what is that? I don't know. That's a exahashes per second. I don't even know how many that is. That's too many damn zeros for me. Too many damn zeros for me. But that is a shit ton of hash rate. So here you go. You got the traditional banking system that can't even handle their ACH deposits, basically freezing up on Friday. And you've got Bitcoin hitting all-time high hash rates and running like freaking clockwork. Uninterrupted clockwork. But, you know, Bitcoin's a pyramid scheme, don't forget. Sorry, I'm not done there. Not done there. Again, hey, if you're just joining in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. make sure that you know when I'm going live every Monday, Wednesday, live 10 a.m. Eastern, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern for Crypto on the Rocks. Tuesdays, I simulcast or premiere. I don't know. I'm still working the bugs out with regard to that. The Matrix Money podcast. Make sure you go ahead and sign up for that. I would like to grow that channel myself, Jar and FF, talking cryptocurrency. Tomorrow we should be talking security. So make sure you're there for that. And I'm currently in the process of working out something with Brian from Tiny Crypto Blog. If you were on one of the other Crypto on the Rocks, you know that TCB was there sharing some wisdom, and I'm trying to work some stuff out with him. So maybe he and I are also putting out some content together during the course of the week. So there's basically, I am literally in one way, shape, or form on YouTube 7 days a week. So hit that subscribe button so you're getting notified as I'm putting out all this great content. I appreciate that. Also, if you haven't already hit that like button, smash it up. Come on, smash it up. I want that algorithm sending this thing out. Like I said, trying to build this channel up over 1,000 subscribers. I'm shy about 150 or so. So help me out with that. Appreciate it. All right. So here we are. Let's recap for anybody who's just joining in. So we talked about on Friday of last week, big banks, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, basically notifying customers that, yeah, these ACH deposits, sorry, you may have to wait because like something's screwed in the financial system. Everything's screwed in the financial system the way it is. But anyway, the ACH deposits weren't going through the Fed the way they were supposed to. Big surprise. So you've got this system that is like, you know, attacking Bitcoin and cryptocurrency at every turn, who's threatening to sue a magazine because, oh my God, they made fun of me. I'm making fun of you. And who is unable to complete the most basic of functions in their own system. And then you've got Bitcoin. Showed you that article back in 2015 where they were like, yes, pyramid scheme, that's Bitcoin. We've come a long way, baby. So, and now here's the next thing I just want to show you. I think this is, here we go, right here. Very keen. Bitcoin versus the Fed. And you know what? This about sums it up in a nutshell. Can you, do I need to make that full screen? Let me make that full screen so you can see. This meme has been floating around for a while, but it's very, very accurate. Bitcoin audited every 10 minutes by tens of thousands of people across the globe. The Fed has not been audited in 109 years. They couldn't pass an audit either. Just like the damn government, you know, the Pentagon can't pass an audit. They lose billions of dollars. God knows where. Well, we know where it's going, but let's not get me going about that. That's a different video live stream for a different time. But here we are in a nutshell, bringing it together. Bitcoin uninterrupted, audited every single block that is produced. Every single block. And the Fed can't even handle an ACH transfer. Again, that system's crumbling. It's crumbling. And like I said, regardless of whatever the Fed says the reason was for them not being able to complete the ACH deposits in a timely fashion last week, the fact of the matter is that system is falling apart. All the signs are there. The problem is you just don't see them all together. So the average person just, it hasn't affected the average person yet enough that the pain is there for people to start to be like, yo, you need to fix this shit. But it's coming. It's coming. What happened on Friday is just the latest version of that, okay? That's just the latest version. So what are your alternatives? Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Gold. Gold's been money since forever, right? I mean, why the hell not? You should be diversifying your portfolio regardless of what it is. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Old guy on the interwebs. So what do you think? That's just another crack in the TradFi system, in the banking system? Just another weakness of the Fed? My opinion, absolutely. 1,000%. But what do you think? Tell me in the comments. Live chat. Come on, jump in there. If you're on Twitter, you can't access the live chat from Twitter, so make sure that you can send me DM or comment in the thread of this stream, because the stream is there and I will see what you got going in there in a little while. If you're watching this on the replay, in the comments below, please, and I will reply. All right. So what are we doing? Hopefully, you're slowly transitioning dollar cost averaging into something cryptocurrency related. Bitcoin is a good start. It is going to be the doorway, what did they used to say? Marijuana was the what? The gateway drug. Yeah. Well, Bitcoin is going to be the gateway crypto to mass cryptocurrency adoption. Just is. So having that in your portfolio, as you saw, again, Crypto on the Rocks every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. The biggest portion of what we dollar cost average into is Bitcoin. And then the rest is whatever you guys decide. Now, I have no promotional stake in this whatsoever. And I've literally just holy moly, I know it's Monday and I haven't had enough coffee yet. But boy, I can't talk. But anyway, I just ordered this book myself. And she just came out with an audio version. Lynn, you know what? Let me do that. Lynn Alden's Broken Money. I've heard so many good things. If you saw her 3-part interview on what Bitcoin did, that's what made me decide, okay, I just finished the book I was reading. So the next one is her book, Broken Money, because you know what? Everybody needs to be reading about broken money. And hold on one second. What we got here? TCB! It's Brian. Good to see you, my friend. I'm catching up on the stream and reached the FT post. Yes. On a related note, in 2018, WAPO said, these are certainly the end of days for Bitcoin. You're right. Yeah. I mean, how many times has Bitcoin died? Hold on. Let me bring myself back up on the screen here. How many times has Bitcoin died? I mean, I think there's I want to say there's like a Twitter channel for how many times Bitcoin's died. I mean, it's crazy. You know, if you were to listen to these naysayers, Bitcoin has died like I think it's over like 100 times or something like that. So I appreciate you being here, Brian. Thank you very much. Looking forward to talking to you later. I was telling everybody about we're trying to get some stuff together here, so appreciate you jumping into the live stream. Thank you very much. So again, back to Lynn. Whoops, hold on. Let me bring that up back full screen real quick. To Lynn Alden's book. This is the latest one I've ordered, so it's on its way. I can't wait to actually read that. And again, if the three-part interview she did with on what Bitcoin did is any indication, I mean, like, this book is so extensive in its research and its breakdown and the amount of information that she has in here, that they literally had to do a three-part interview. And to be honest with you, as I was listening to that, they quite frankly didn't seem to touch on everything. And as I had ordered the book before I realized that the audio version was released, and I'm kind of sad that I might go back and buy the audio book, because as much as I like to read, I read a little bit every day, just trying to keep up with things and get the mindset straight. And again, this is Crypto Coin Mindset, right? So I appreciate the actual physical book. I'm old, right? So the actual physical book. Not a Kindle fan, that kind of thing. But audiobooks I don't mind, because I'm on the road a lot, so being able to listen to a book while I'm driving is great. So I may go back and be buying this week. But again, I have no links in the description even to this beyond this tweet. So I have no skin in the game with regard to affiliate links or anything like that with regard to Lynn Alden's book here. But if everything I've heard and the interviews that have been done is even remotely accurate, it's worthy of your time. So I'm sure you can search this out on Amazon. Go ahead and get yourself a copy of Broken Money. Maybe we'll talk about a little bit of that once I get deep into reading that. So I think that, all right, so let's bring this together here a little bit. Boom, there we go. Like I said, you'd think I'd have this whole thing down here with the what buttons to press, right? Anyway, let's wrap it up, and then we're going to literally wrap it up. So we've got Friday last week, the ACHs, major banks, telling people, listen, sorry, you're going to have to wait for your deposit because like the ACH ain't gone through. Thank you to the Fed. To me, just another indicator of the traditional financial system collapse. Again, we've already seen 5 banks so far this year collapse. We've seen so many different things that just show the weakness of the traditional finance system. It's just there to be seen. Friday, or last Friday, to me, was just the latest. The latest, right? And then Bitcoin has come such a long way from that Financial Times article that called it a pyramid scheme back in 2015 to now, again, adoption of Bitcoin as currency by governments, businesses, states, and soon to be ETF tradable, because that's coming. Sorry, it just is. BlackRock ain't going to let that just slide. So it is sound money. It's auditable. Every 10 minutes, every block. It's proof of audit. Unlike the Fed, which can't even complete an ACH. So, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy. If I were you, I would consider Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Again, Do your own damn research. I'm not here to tell you what to invest into. You might want to also consider diversifying your portfolio. So, gold. Gold has been money since the beginning of time. Link to Acre Gold in the description of this live stream. Dollar cost average into gold and have it shipped direct to your door. How easy can it get? So, maybe a little crypto, maybe a little gold, silver, even, whatever. And, maybe you want stocks. I mean, I'm sure that, those who are controlling all that crap aren't going to let it go to zero. Although I do think a lot of these zombie companies are going to go when everything collapses, but that's just me. So again, consider DCAing, dollar cost averaging into gold. Yes, gold, but Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I think it would be wise. Then at least you're outside of this system. So when it collapses, you have options, because it's not a matter of if it's going to collapse. It's a matter of when it's going to collapse. And they're doing their damnedest to slow that down and to, I'm going to guess, abate it as much as possible. But I have to believe that these people in the Fed and the government and so on have to realize that it's inevitable. I mean, if you do just a wee bit of research, you can see that for yourself. Maybe get Lynn Alden's book. Again, I didn't even put the link to that tweet is the only thing in the description of this. A link to that tweet. TCB, what do you got, bud? Still catching up. 99 Bitcoins published a Bitcoin obituaries page. Over 300. See? Yeah, Bitcoin is just, it keeps dying, man. It keeps dying. And 99 Bitcoins. Okay, so there you go, everybody. Check out 99 Bitcoins. That's actually a great channel for those of you who may not be subscribed to them. I don't have a link to their channel in the description of this live stream, but I am subscribed. I do watch them. I like some, especially when they recap stuff. It just, they encapsulate it very nicely, and they don't go wandering around all over the place like I do on these live streams. So by all means, go ahead and check out 99 Bitcoins page. Appreciate that. And while we got TCB here, Brian from TCB, make sure that you're giving him some love. Link to his channel in the description of this live stream. Head on over there and follow him. Great information there. Again, unique perspectives, in my opinion. I mean, I've been in this space since early 2017. I like live it, breathe it every single day, following things, and I miss stuff. If you watched, I think, the initial maiden voyage video on Matrix Money podcast, I say right in there when FF is talking about something, I can't even remember what the heck it was, and I was like, man, I didn't even hear about this. It's like, and again, I live this space every single day, hours and hours a day, just to stay up to speed on what's going on, so I can provide you with the best information and try and guide you through my journey as best as possible. So TCB's YouTube channel is a must. Unique perspectives you will find there. So make sure that you go ahead and follow him, please. All right, that's going to do it. That's what I've got for today. I appreciate everybody being here. Jar, thank you for being here. TCB, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. For everybody else that's here who didn't want to chime in the live chat, I still appreciate you being here. It's good. I would suggest, though, that if you are gonna be here on a regular basis, and you should be, by the way, you may want to consider signing up for my newsletter. The link to the newsletter is in the description of this live stream. You'll get notified every time I go live. You will get any other updates. I just put out a bunch of information about a cryptocurrency summit that just took place online, and such, like, I'm talking like a mind-blowing amount of information that was invite only. It was invite only. So I sent out invites for that. And some of you took me up on it, some of you didn't. And if you didn't, I'm sorry, you missed out on some just crazy amounts of information, crazy amounts. So make sure you go down into the description, sign up for my newsletter. And there's also other stuff I put out periodically, updates and so on and so forth. And if there's breaking news, I try to make sure I throw in the newsletter as well. So head down there, go ahead, sign up for that. And if you're looking to find where we are, like all of my social medias, I'd appreciate you following me on all of those as well. But all the official sites, because holy cow, I'll tell you what, crypto scammers out the wazoo. I try to keep the comments of my YouTube channel clear as possible but like, I can't tell you how many are in there, and it's already getting almost impossible to keep up with them all. So, find all of my official social media channels at Cointree. So COINTR.ee/CCM for CryptoCoinMindSet. And you'll be brought to all of my official social media channels. And there's also an opportunity, if you like what I'm doing and you want to send me a tip, whatever, there's opportunities to do that in various cryptocurrencies right there on that page. So I appreciate you doing that. Those two ways. So the Cointree and the newsletter will help to keep you up to speed on where I'm at, what I'm doing, etc. All right. That's going to do it for me. Thank you to everybody who was here. I appreciate you being here. I will be live tomorrow on the Matrix Money podcast channel with Jar and FF. Join me there, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And then back here on Crypto Coin Mindset, live Wednesday, 10 a.m. Join me. I appreciate